Good morning, dear students. Welcome back again in your online classes. I hope all of you are fine and doing your study well. Okay. In last classes, already we have completed first chapter matter, and we have started second chapter physical quantity and measurement. Under this chapter, we have discussed about the density. Okay, measurement of density, unit of density here, and density variation with the temperature, land and sea bridges. Clear? Today we will discuss the last topic of this chapter, second one, relative density. Relative density. What is the relative density? So how we can define the relative density of a substance? Generally, we can measure the relative density of a substance with water. Compare the relative density of any substance with water. Okay. So, relative density is the ratio of the density of the given substance to the density of the water. We know that the density of water is 1 gram per centimeter cube. 1 gram per centimeter cube. So, if we already know about the density of the given substance, then we have to find, or then we can easily find the relative density of that particular substance. Suppose relative density RD, relative density of wood. We have to find the relative density of wood. So density, either we have to find the relative density of gold. So density of gold is measured value is 19.3 gram per centimeter cube, and density of water is 1 gram per centimeter cube. So what is the relative density of that particular substance? इसका relative density क्या होगा? So kind of formula or concept. Relative density of any substance is defined as what? The ratio of the density of the given substance to the density of water. Means always we will find the density of a given, means relative density of a substance with respect to the density of water. So here 19.3 by 1. This both are cancelled out. Answer will become 19.3. And there is no limit for the measuring the relative density, because it is the ratio of the both densities. It is the ratio of the both densities of two substances. So it has in no unit. Okay, unitless quantity. Clear? Simply we can represent the relative density of a substance in numerical value. Okay, only magnitude is there, not unit. Here, on the basis of this relative density, we can define that sinking and flotation concept. Which body or substance will sink, or which body or substance will float in the given liquid, depend upon their densities. The density of the solid, if less than the given liquid, the density of solid is less than given density of liquid. So the body will float. What? Float. For example, density of wood is 0.68 gram per centimeter cube. This density of wood. Density of water 1 gram per centimeter cube. So that's why wood always floats on the surface of the water. Now one more thing, how much volume will float and how much volume will sink of the given substance? It also depends upon the density of the given liquids. In case of water, okay, half of the approximate half portion of the wood will float and half portion will sink down. In case of alcohol, density of alcohol is 0.78 gram per centimeter cube. जो alcohol density होती है वो कितनी होती है? 0.78 gram per centimeter cube. So in case of alcohol, maximum volume of wood will sink down. इन द वाटर, मैक्सिमम। एल्कोहल केस में क्या होगा, मैक्सिमम वॉल्यूम ऑफ फूड विल सिंक एंड मिनिमम वॉल्यूम विल फ्लोट। इन केस ऑफ ग्लिसरीन, in case of glycerin is also a liquid, volume of glycerin is 1.25 gram per centimeter cube and volume of food is 0.68 gram per, just given about very less now as compared to glycerin. So in case of glycerin, the minimum volume will will sink. Minimum volume of the food will sink and maximum volume will float. Okay. So depending upon the different densities of the liquid, the given volume of the solid will float or sink. Okay. If density is maximum more as compared to solid, so maximum volume will what? Here, if density is maximum of the given liquid, so maximum volume will float. If density of the given liquid is as compared to given solid approximately same, so minimum volume of the what given solid will float. So density, it is dependent upon the density of the given liquid, how much volume of the given substance will float or sink. अगर लिक्विड का जो वॉल्यूम है वो क्या है, बहुत ज्यादा है एज गिवन टू सॉलिड. Okay, sorry, not volume, density. If density of the given liquid is as compared to solid is more, as much as more, so maximum volume of the given solid will float. So solid का maximum part में क्या होगा, float. अगर here in this case approximately दोनों same है, equal है, so half of the portion. Okay. Here see, in the case of water, density is 1 gram per centimeter cube and density of food 0.68 gram per centimeter cube. So in case of water, half portion will float and sink of food. But in case of alcohol, density of alcohol is 0.78 gram and density of food is 0.68 gram per centimeter cube. So in this case, approximately near about same. In this case, maximum volume will sink down. Okay, clear? Concept of sinking and floating depend upon the densities. If density of solid is less than density of liquid, this solid will float, either will what? Sink. One more question is will arise here. Then why does an iron needle will sink in water but not a iron ship? इतने बड़ा जहाज लोहे का वो नहीं डूबता है, फिर भी एक छोटी सी आयरन नीडल वो डूब जाती है, क्यों? What is the reason behind this? क्या कारण है इसके पीछे? See, the iron needle or nail, you can say, it is totally compact, solid, totally solid body. So that's why the density of iron is more than the water. Therefore, it sinks in water. But in case of ship, the ship is constructed in a way that is mostly hollow within. अंदर से क्या होता है, hollow होता है ship ना, बाहर से इसकी wall होती है. So the volume of iron ship becomes very large as compared to its mass. If volume, you know that density is equal to mass upon volume. So if volume is very large as compared to mass, so the value of density is becomes in decimal point, na? So due to this, density is less than, sure, it will become less than the volume density of water, 1 gram per centimeter cube. अगर मास जो है वॉल्यूम से बहुत ही कम होगा, मीन्स वॉल्यूम इज मैक्सिमम large as compared to mass, so density will come in decimal point. So it is less than density of water, because density of water is what? 1 gram centimeter. This is totally integral part, integral value, na? So here the value will come, if mass less than the volume, the value will come of density in decimal point. So decimal number, any decimal number means less than 1. So in that case, the particular solid or substance, okay, will float on the surface of water. So this is the reason behind this. Density of iron ship is less than 1 gram centimeter, because The structure of zinc, the totally hollow within side. Okay. So the iron zinc are always float. Okay, float on the surface of water. Clear? Now we can compare the densities of the solid, liquid and gas in three states of matter. Again, in case of solid, we know that the intermolecular forces are very strong and species are very less, so molecules are very tightly packed. Due to this, the density of the solid, okay, in their volume means mass to volume ratio, mass is as compared to volume very less. So that's why solids have maximum volume contain the given maximum mass contain the given volume. So that's why solid have higher density. But in case of liquid, intermolecular species as compared to solid is more and intermolecular force is very less. So liquids have lesser density as compared to solid. And in third case, in case of gases, negligible intermolecular force and maximum intermolecular space between the molecules. So here density is very low as compared to liquid and solid. So we can summarize this order. Maximum density which will have maximum amount of mass containing volume. So solid. Density of solid is more than density of liquid and last density of gas. In this way we can summarize. Density is comparison of three states of matter. When solid have the maximum density, then liquid, then gases. Due to their molecular arrangement, how molecules are arranged inside these three states of matter. Okay, friends. So this is the overall concept of the relative density, sinking and floating, and density comparison of three states of matter. So go through this video and try to understand this point. I hope all of you understand it well. Clear? Thank you. Have a nice day.
So can you tell me what relative density is? Look at the word relative. What does it tell you? It tells us that we are looking at the density of something relative to the density of something. We are comparing the density of one thing to the density of another. That's all. But the question is, relative to what? It's most typically the density of water. Yes, we look at the density of an object relative to the density of water. How do we define the relative density of a substance? It equals the ratio of its density to that of water. Yes, density of the substance over the density of water. Can you tell me the unit of relative density? Look at the right-hand side and tell me the unit. As it is a ratio of similar quantities, relative density will have no units. The units from the numerator and denominator cancel each other out. The density of water is 1000 kilograms per meter cubed and the density of silver is 10,500 kilograms per meter cubed. So can you tell me the relative density of silver? It's easy. Just refer to this formula and try answering it. It will equal the density of silver over the density of water. Substituting the values here, we get the answer as 10.5. That's the relative density of silver. What does the relative density tell us though? What can we understand from this? First, it tells us that silver is a lot more dense than water under the given conditions. Approximately 10.5 times denser. But that's pretty obvious given the numbers. This tells us another important thing. It tells us whether the object will float or sink in water. In simple terms, a substance will sink if it's denser than the liquid it's placed in. And it will float if it's less dense than the liquid it's placed in. How can we say this mathematically? If the relative density of a substance is greater than 1, then it will sink, and if it's lesser than 1, it will float. As the relative density of silver is 10.5, which is greater than 1, it will sink in water. But if we take the example of ice, its density is approximately 934 kilograms per meter cubed. So its relative density will be 0.934. As its relative density is lesser than 1, it will float in water. We can understand this with a simple diagram. Take 4 beakers filled with water. In the first one, drop a substance with a relative density of 0.1. You'll see that it floats like this. In the second one, drop a substance with relative density of 0.4 and you'll see that it floats like this. More of it is inside the water. And if it's 0.9, even more of it will be inside the water. But it will still float. And if it's greater than 1, say 1.2 or 1.3, then it will sink. Okay, here's one last question for you. Can the relative density of an object be 0? The answer is no, it can't be 0. Because if the relative density is 0, it will mean that the density of the substance is 0, which in turn will mean that the mass of the substance is 0. For any given substance, its mass in a given volume cannot be 0. And you should also know that relative density is constant only under given conditions. It is pressure and temperature dependent. The same substance can have different relative densities under different pressures or temperatures.